All right, welcome back. Tonight, we will start with one of the most controversial things that I have heard in a while. That has to do with influencer, so to say, called Mandy case, where she put out a video and a message on social media stating that she's about to embark on a new record and prompting the Guinness Book of Records over what she wants to do. According to her, she was going to attempt to have sex with 100 men in a day. She also stated the location. He couldn't do all of that, and of course that has sparked so much noise on social media. Of course, there was a monarch from Ogun State that petitioned for her to be arrested over, that statement. Of course, she's come out also on social media to debunk her earlier statement, saying that she was just catching cruise, everything was just to she said that socials weren't doing well, so she wanted to push the numbers up a bit, and I mean, we're at that. So Dec, a lot of people do things like this, whereby when they have a downtime, they tend to create sensational activities just to get a little bit of traction and buzz. What are your thoughts, and where should the line be drawn? Because a lot of people do it within Nigeria and of course elsewhere too.
Well, like you rightly said, there should be a place where to draw the line, right? But you see, the thing is this, right? A lot of the time, because we have a lot of people who don't particularly use their senses, if you permit me to say, you are in a country that is morally inclined, right? And we're not a country that allows for, freedom of expression, so to speak. Yes, we say that we allow freedom of expression, freedom of speech and what have you, but in the reality of it, we don't. There are a lot of people that come out to speak and say stuff and they get into trouble. And yet there is a law that says there is freedom of speech. And of course, we have even gone ahead to to add the statement, freedom of speech is what is guaranteed, but freedom after speech is not guaranteed, right? But the truth is this, right? In more advanced countries where the laws apply, people are free to do absolutely anything they want to do, regardless of whatever it is that it is. This particular stuff that this Mandy girl is trying to do has been done already.
Of course.
Someone has actually done. In fact, the person didn't even do 100. The person did more than 100. You can Google it.
In the UK, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So the truth is, it is because of the society that we find ourselves, the society that we live in is a morally inclined society. It's a society that we have the most hypocrites. There are a lot of people who would secretly, if this girl had gone on maybe like a private platform and said, what, guys, I want to do this privately, and nobody knew about it, there won't be a hula baloo. The only problem is the fact that she came outside to talk about it. And the truth is this: a regular African parent would, what they're hearing is that, hey, somebody wants to do something. Before you know it, young people will start copying this person. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the truth is, whether or not you decide or say that you want to do something, young people will do whatever it is that they want to do, regardless.
Okay, so what I'm getting is this, that whether she was going to do it or not, she still had a right to express whatever
it is. It's we all know that what she wanted to do was absolutely ridiculous, and I don't want to even say the word crazy. It was just it's rubbish of the highest order. It doesn't make any sense. What are you trying to prove?
What makes it rubbish?
Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, why? Okay, so fine. If you want to, okay, you know what? Let's break the table. There are people who are in the in the sex industry in Nigeria. We have a massive sex movie industry in Nigeria.
We do?
Yes, we do.
How do you have this information though?
There was a lady that came up on a podcast recently that spoke about this extensively. It's right there on Google. You can check it out.
Ugly Girl, yeah, I know her.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's her name. Ugly Girls Production.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so you have watched it? Wow,
I've seen
you
a
are very
few.
correct, my brother. So the thing is this. So imagine that kind of person is in that industry, and this girl is looking at it that this one is my industry, like my brother in Wari will say, Ogberaga industry. She's in the Ogberaga industry, and she decided that she wants to do this to increase her popularity and see if people can come through and all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm sure that she didn't expect that this was going to take
that much traction. Okay, so
of course,
what are your thoughts
regardless
on this?
of what we think here, firstly, she owns her cat. She can do whatever she likes with her cat, right? If she wants to put her cat for the whole world to play with, fiddle with, that's her business, right? But at the same time, what I was getting from you is like, it doesn't matter, whatever she wants to do, she can do. There's no freedom of speech. Will you have your children consuming such information or consuming
exactly
such
why
stuff?
I said,
right?
if you heard me, that's why I said. Sorry. That's why I said. A lot of people, the first thing I said was, a lot of people don't use their senses.
A lot of them don't get
You
sense,
cannot do something like that in a Nigerian society.
Okay, so from what I can
do you understand
hear,
what I'm saying?
we're talking about ethics here, and we're talking about boundaries, and we're
Yes,
also talking about
you
some
can't do
form
that
of
in Nigeria.
control
You can
with
do that.
regards to-
But I was just talking from the perspective of the fact that if we want to follow freedom of expression, freedom of expression states that you can do absolutely anything that makes you happy, that makes you free, that is sane.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That is sane.
Yes. Do you know that some people consider what she wants to do?
Okay, let me put this. Let me say this real quick, right? There are two very popular musicians, names I will mention. There's one called Skiddy, who kind of resurrected at some point.
Okay.
The world didn't kill him. What he did was absolute, as far as I'm concerned, was wrong. Okay. Another one did it recently that said he dips, Ola dips. And he went, and the whole world started mourning. Some people started mourning, like, oh, and like a week after, we're seeing him outside, and he came with a story, and they were like, "Oh man, it's okay." He released a single, and he pushed it with that. Why didn't we kill these people? Why didn't we go all out to like, why will you? Why, she owns whatever. You see, when it comes to social media, it should be regulated. All this freedom of speech nonsense, it doesn't really work. People are overdoing it. Now there's a video that's trending. I don't think if you've seen it. This guy scared an elderly woman, and she passed out and she died. Who?
Wow.
Yes.
That's
He just in Nigeria.
Yeah.
He just bumped out. He bumped some of these boys doing.
I've seen videos like that.
And he scared, and she got scared,
and
heart attack and bam, and mama fell, and that was it. That was the end. Is that, and it's a prank, Have you seen when they do pranks in the street corners when somebody starts running and everybody some people get injured and all? There should be a limit. There should be a point where we say, you know what, it's enough, Otito, and lock some people up for doing nonsense. At this point,
I want to ask the both of you what your thoughts are in regards to the fact that in Nigeria now, it's almost like a thing that everyone wants to break a record. Because I've seen people come out and say they want to break records of the longest drinker,
longest that.
There was one very funny one about longest
what's that?
Run or something. I can't remember the details, but it was just very ridiculous. Now, do you think that the way things are in the country is the reason why people are getting desperate for attention, and that's why they usually try to follow all these trends and then try to get Guinness Book of Records to recognize their achievements? There was a particular guy, I remember, it was banned on TikTok, where he buried himself in a coffin.
Yep.
Is the Ikorodu?
Yep.
Yes, I remember that.
I don't know what kind of water are they drinking in that part of Lagos. Ikorodu people, what's going on?
So there is a zombie ideology approach in this country. And I say zombie ideology approach because Nigeria is the country where if somebody comes out here and drinks 7 bottles of wine in one gulp, right? They're just, gulping it like 7 once. I can bet it with you that if that person gains traction and the person goes viral, the next day you'll see 20 other people
trying
that
to
will
do
want
the same
to
thing.
gulp 16 bottles.
Yeah.
Monkey
You see,
see, monkey do.
Nigeria is structured in such a way that young people want to copy anything that brings fame to anybody.
Yeah, money. Yeah.
So we are driven by fame, we are driven by money, we are driven by
Attention.
what Yoruba people call carry me, see me, attention.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you, man.
Now, did you know that a bulk of Nigerians don't like reading? We don't read. We don't read. We don't like reading. Matter of fact, if you post something on Instagram or you post something on any of the social media platforms and you put a caption, I can bet it with you.
That's
all of the
all,
information
yeah.
that you that you
Underneath
need
that.
for that
The attention span, the attention span of the
They
now
will-
generation is
you
very
will
short.
have-
They're
you will
not
have
interested in all that. Let's go quick.
80% of people that will ask you that, sorry, what's the date? It is boldly written there.
Yeah.
They will never read. All right? Did you know that there's actually a young person in this country that created a glasses that interprets for blind people in this country?
Oh yeah,
Did you know
I know about that.
Did you know that there is a boy in this country that actually produced a generator that works on water? Did you know that?
Walks
Yes.
Not walks, like
like Jesus walks.
No, works. What I mean is like it works. Using water. Yes,
Okay.
did you know that?
Yeah.
But we don't celebrate that kind of
Yeah.
success. You know why? Because those kind of success. Do you know what they give the best students in Unilag?
yeah,
how much-
writing
do you know how much they
pads
give- do you
and
know how much they
50K.
50K or 100,000 naira is what they give to the best student, right? But if this Mandy Kiss had gone ahead to do what she did, and people liked it, do you know that we'll have in Ikorodu, we will have more than
No, he's actually right.
more than 60,000 people that will go
One
for that school.
influencer that relocated
God.
to the United Kingdom recently, I think it was this year. The person was in jail at some point, and the person got out of jail for doing nonsense and all that. When Shim got out of jail, some people were gifting Shim 100 million, 50. I'm like, for what exactly? What did he?
because we like-
the
we
thing
like
is
to
this,
celebrate
we
coups in
we
Nigeria.
celebrate, yeah.
We like to celebrate
We
coups in Nigeria.
and I think it's high time that we need to be very intentional about celebrating people who are doing great. And
Bro, let me
amazing
bust your
things.
mind. Did you know that there are a lot of people that are celebrating a criminal in this country that defrauded people and was extradited to the United States?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
there-
yeah,
look,
yeah.
They
there
had
are
a party.
people
They
who
had
are
a party
still-
for him,
Yeah.
Bro,
They had a party for him recently.
Bro,
I watched that.
Bro,
I'm
let me
like,
bust your mind.
okay,
There
what's
are
going
people
on?
saying that, bro, I can't wait for this guy to
To
come
get
back.
out, to come out.
Well, he's back anyways. He's
he?
back, and yes,
Back from where?
he did a video of himself getting into
I haven't seen that.
delicious looking cars, Rolls Royce.
Are you sure? Are you
I'm
sure
that's
that's
not- it's a throwback. though.
It's not a throwback.
Are you
it's
sure?
not a throwback.
Okay, my
Anyways,
point is this: that is the kind of society that we found ourselves.
Yeah.
And look, let me be honest with you, right? And this is the reason why I said, last 2 weeks that it will be hard to organize a protest in Nigeria. You know why? Because the bulk of us young people are not particularly equipped mentally, intellectually, and emotionally to be able to know that this is exactly what it is that we need to move our country forward. You see, the reason why we have found ourselves in this position today, look, you know what, let's not even go far, right? There's a young man called Peter for Nigeria, or Peter, what's his name again?
What thing you do?
Peter for Nigeria.
What's
The
he
guy
do?
who comes out to talk about Nigeria, that talks about, he's
There are
very
lo-
intelligent.
There are
he
lots
talk-
of, there are lots of them like that.
Now, this guy speaks volume. He speaks about the ills of Nigeria. He speaks on what we need to do. Matter of fact, he has been a convener for Reform INEC.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, if you don't reform INEC, we are playing. And I'll tell you why we're playing. Because it's like somebody who wants to drink, right? You want to drink,
Yeah. Sure,
right?
Sure.
and you said, pour the drink in my hands.
And yeah, it's gonna spill.
What do you think will happen?
It's gonna spill, definitely.
If you don't
And
fix
make
what
a
you are
mess.
using to take your
Yeah.
drink, how exactly do you want to drink off of
Yeah.
it? Do you understand what I'm saying? So the truth is this, right? we are not ready. Do you understand? A regular Nigerian, all right, a regular young person in Nigeria just wants to vibe and cruise
So
and enjoy life.
I think what we need to do is reset people's mentality by making people understand that education is very important. If you look at the most developed nations around the world, they've made education a priority.
Bro,
we haven't made
I had a
it.
conversation with somebody.
We haven't made it a priority.
You see what you just said
Yeah.
is very apt. I had a conversation. I was traveling out of the country one time.
Wait
like that,
first,
and I had a
wait
conversation with
first now,
somebody.
Deck. So
Miles,
how
what
did
do-
we get from
Mandy.
somebody want to do this politics thing, not the side of blood?
No, because
No,
it's an
no,
it's all tied
orientational
together.
problem.
It's all
You
tied
know,
together.
Because it's an
guy-
orientational problem, Miles.
Do like
It's
this.
an
Do like this first. Do the
orientational-
democracy. Let me see first if it will work. I want to see if the
No,
poster will
no,
look good on you.
listen.
Okay. I get where you go
See,
with this.
So the reason why we are talking about this is because it's an orientational problem. Let me tell you why. If Mandy Keys was busy preparing to speak at a parliament on why or how we needed to take Nigeria forward, she won't think about doing what she wanted to do.
So at this point, Miles, who should
Do you
be held
understand what I'm saying?
responsible for the decline? Because when I was much younger and I want to go play football, I'll be told to go read my books. And it was like a thing, like go and read your book. You know, nobody wants to see you. And if you end up falling into that category of one of those young kids that, you know, plays around and all that, they look at you like this one is not serious. And that was a thing back then. But now it's no longer a thing. You know, people are trying everything. And people get rewarded, especially on social media platforms. People get loads of rewards for doing the
We
most
make
ridiculous
stupid
things.
people
No,
rich and popular in this country.
It's not just that. When do we hold the social media platforms responsible? Like, for instance, now, the TikTok trends that happen, people get paid for it. And I remember the first time I met someone, and then we were talking, and then she was like TikTok and everything. I was okay, you know what? Let me see what you do.
Let me see what goes on there.
And I got on TikTok and I was confused. I felt like an alien. I didn't know this was happening. Now there are people who have great conversations with their content, and they do lovely things on TikTok.
Right.
But majority of the people who actually excel on these different platforms are people who do ridiculous content.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So
I agree.
When is there a balance? And going back to what you said about, you know, regulation, do you think platforms like TikTok should be regulated? Because
But platforms like TikTok are regulated in some countries.
so
Some
do you
countries
think
don't
it should
allow
be
a lot of
regulated
things.
in Nigeria?
What? I think it can be regulated. Now, have you noticed that if you go to TikTok right now, there are some platforms there who tell girls, young girls, come and show us your bosoms, and we'll give you 20,000, and you see
Oh, they do it on TikTok.
a lot. And you see them
Wow.
flash, they're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, 12,000 for her. Look, I'm like, okay, what's going on? And everybody's there cheering, and you see the views, are seeing
Guys.
thousands and
Wow.
hundreds of thousands
Guys.
of people there.
Wow.
You're
And the
still,
la-
we are
We're
still
going back to the
coming
same
back
thing.
to the
Yeah.
same
So
thing.
I think the problem
is-
starts from home.
Miles,
actually.
hold. Do you understand?
The problem starts
My
from home.
question
It's
is,
not-
what
not-
exactly is the reason why somebody would do something like that? Now, let me go back to what you said, Olabide. In your time,
What
because
does
I know you are a bomb.
what does that even mean? This is a young
In your
man.
time,
That hurts.
forget this hell. In your time, Olabide, did you have TikTok?
No. There was no social media.
Did you have
at all.
social media?
There was none.
So you see, one of the problems that we have.
My time was not like far.
It's- it's not
calm
fiery.
down, calm down. I'm
Boss, it's fine. It's
Okay,
okay.
yeah,
It's okay. Your
I
secret
mean-
is safe with us. It's good. It's good.
Okay. So my point is this, right?
Yeah.
We have something called the burst of information right now. We have too much information,
Oh, okay.
and because of that burst of
Excess.
information,
Yeah.
we are having moral decadence by the second.
You know, talking about
By
information,
the
I
second.
remember Frank challenging you and I about X, and I remember why I stopped going on X. The volume of
Negativity.
negative
Gosh.
content
Orientational.
there
That's the.
was,
you see,
it was too much.
bro, let me
So
let me say something. I was talking about the fact that I saw someone at the airport, and the guy was talking to me about Nigeria as an entirety. What led to this conversation? I asked a question, right? And I said to him, I said, bros, please, can you tell me, or what can you see an actual new Nigeria? Can you explain how that can be possible? You know what he said to me? He said, yes, it can be possible. But it will be possible if we overhaul the educational system in Nigeria. I said, why? He said, because it cannot be good in this, your generation. It cannot be good in the Gen Z generation. It cannot be good in the Gen Alpha generation. It cannot be good in the Beta generation. And I'll tell you why. You know what he said? He said, if we want to change Nigeria, we need to start with the orientation of children that are being given birth to right from the hospital.
Okay.
Did you know that? Listen, and I want you to understand this clearly, right? You give birth to a child and you send that child to school, right? Who sends that child to school? Who is giving birth to that child? We are the ones giving birth to the child. If I'm a bad person, I will pass that bad to that child. So it would require for us to start training children in school from the kindergarten stage to reorientate them for us to change this country.
I think what we need to look at, and on that note, we'll have to move to our next.
I think we should go and take a break. We should go and take a breather. So
is that you see? I agree with what you said, but I do believe that if we're intentional about celebrating people who are doing great deeds, people who are putting in a lot of work. And they are succeeding and creating a lot of impact, if we, the media, starts by celebrating these people, it is a step at a time, and hopefully that can make a difference. And you know, we stop having people trying to create sensational stories just to get traction on social media. Yeah. Now to the next
someone got kidnapped recently. So according to the person, you know what? Moving on.
According to the person,
and the whole
we'll talk about that much later. But according to all the sources coming to us, there's a lady who put out a video on social media and talked about having been in 8 relationships in 1 month. When I saw the video, I was with someone, and the person said to me that there are levels to this thing. But the question mark is this: is it because she said most of them are married men and they don't wear their wedding bands and all of that. Dek, you're not wearing your wedding band, but I'm looking at your wife right now, so you're safe.
don't get Dek started. Don't even get. You just put that man in trouble now.
But like, the thing is,
honey,
but the thing is this. The thing is this: why do you think that a lot of married men don't wear their wedding bands?
Shinoni, it's Baba. Shino, that's what it is. Shino is in their eyes. Shino. So let's just say what it is.
Let me tell you.
If you go political on this thing,
let me tell you something.
Because you're not wearing yours.
No, hold on. Let me
wait. Question: why are you not wearing yours? Let's start with that.
I was not married with rings.
Oh, you didn't wear.
They did not marry us with rings.
Okay.
We were married with the Bible. And you see, let me tell you
something.
Where's
your Bible?
I used to
wear.
Not
carrying a deck?
My Bible is on my phone. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my brother. See, let me be honest with you, right? And you see, the thing is this, right? It's not about the ring. Whether you wear a ring or you don't wear a ring. If you want to do anything you want to do, you will still do it.
I think the girls don't find the rings attractive.
See, bro, you don't even want to go there.
They find the rings attractive.
Especially when I wear the gold ring.
Oh, chill.
Okay.
But you know, the point is this. The point is this.
Day with me.
Day with me. Go, yeah. So my point is this, right?
Yeah.
Some people like the ring. If I wear my ring a lot, my hand swells. Especially when I sleep with it and I wake up, my hand swells. I don't know why. So sometimes I remove it just so that, you know, I can have free flow of blood and all of that. But my point is this. What?
You said you didn't have a ring. Now you
He said he didn't get married with a ring.
I didn't get married with a ring.
Yeah. You have one.
But I do. Do you understand? I have like 2 actually.
Rings.
My point is this. I used to wear rings before I got married. Listen carefully. I used to wear wedding band before I got married. But my point is this. Wearing a ring does not decide whether or not a man cheats or not.
You know what?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Honestly, I don't think wearing a ring changes anything.
It doesn't change anything.
However, I think it's a symbol of your union in today's society. And they say something, if you're in Rome, you act like a Roman. So for all you married men out there that you're not wearing your...
Shame on y'all. Wear your ring.
Bro, let me bust your mind.
Not you. You are my guy.
No, hold on. Let me bust your mind. Bro, on behalf of married men who don't wear rings, I can tell you categorically, it doesn't matter whether or not you wear your ring. There are men who don't wear their rings and who want to do something, and they will tell the girl, "Oga, I am married. Do you want it? Yes or no?"
And I agree.
There are girls that will tell you that I want it. Do you know that there are girls that are looking for married men? They don't even want single guys.
True.
How do girls even? How that particular lady? How is she attracting married?
Bro, let me bust your mind. Let me tell you something.
So much.
You see, the girls that talk like that are usually girls. You see, you attract who you are.
Chim.
That's the fact.
Word.
See, let me tell you something.
Clock it.
A girl that tells you that she was in a relationship with
8 men
that's
in a month.
blatant lie. It's not really.
My
I will not
point,
call what
you
she
can't
had.
call it a
I'm not
relationship.
saying that it's not possible that she was with that amount of men, but she was probably in dates with this man, asking those men to take her to places that young boys cannot take her to.
Yeah, that her parents can even take it.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not possible for you to
spoken.
say that you're in a relationship with that
8
much
men. Yeah. In a
month. I don't
Come
understand.
on,
Who are
bro.
you? How? How were you able to manage it?
Who are you? What
Do you
are
understand?
you?
So maybe she went on dates with these people.
Yeah.
They took her out and they were doing well, and she found out that this person was married.
Married,
Married. But maybe the guy did not pay well.
But the thing is, at the end of the video, she specified, said, "Oh, weary man."
Oh, guys,
So
forget
there's a
which one is
crisis
Owerri
in
man.
Owerri.
Which one forget on that one.
Owerri man,
Bro, there's
Owerri,
one
that's
person in this country that married the 19th wife. Bro, 19th.
Let's not talk about that person.
Listen carefully. 19. Do you know why somebody will decide in their minds that I know you're a married man, sir, but
Oh my God.
do you have how many wives do you have? I don't have too much. I just have 18 wives. Okay, I'll be the 19th.
Hope you have my time.
Do you know why a woman would agree that she wants to be a 19th
Because
wife?
Pepe rest now.
Thank you.
Pepe rest
I rest
All
my
right,
case.
so let's rest that case. Let's
I
move
rest
on
my
to our
case.
next quick fire. Now, this one has to do with Dangote refineries and the issues surrounding wanting members of the organization to join the union. This has been in the news for quite a while now. And finally, the members who decide to join the union, Pegasus, about 90% of Dangote refinery workers were sacked. I think the last 48 hours. And there's been a lot of uproar about, that type of decision.
Right.
Of course, a statement was released by Dangote stating that there's been a form of sabotage. And, I remember last week when I was listening to his press brief about that situation before it escalated to what it is today. I kept asking myself, I don't have to be a union member for my business
voice to be heard.
or my organization to be heard. Of course, there are benefits to joining a union, but the fact that a whole lot of noise was made and a whole lot of tactics were put in place to, force these people into joining the union. What are your thoughts about things like that in regards to unions? I'm going to start with you because I've been in this particular organization for a while, and I didn't join the cooperative until like last month, and no one pressured me. There was no, there was no, you have to be this because you work here. No,
know, right?
Nothing like that happened. It was at my own timing. It was when I saw reason in it, I decided to join. And that's, in this context, it's still like a form of representation in regards to the union. But what are your thoughts in regards to this?
If I have to join any union at all, if anybody is bringing a union to my table, like, oh, we want to join a union, this is for XYZ, I will join a union that I know is going to project my life forward, it's going to project the company or whatever it is I work for, or whatever it is stands for, has to be positive. Now, but in this case, when this man found out that these people were, it's not a government-owned organization.
Yeah.
Like, this man sweats from ground to where it is, and I got it to this place, and you people are joining union to want to do what? And he fired a lot of, and people are yelling up and down. Why you guys feeling entitled? Nobody on Papa get and it doesn't belong to the government. So if he decides to fire you people, well said, he saw what could happen if this thing continues. Like, oh yeah, this is what we want now. We don't want this anymore. And before you know it, he could be overthrown from what he actually labored to grow to that level. So unions, yes, but unions with sense. unions that will not affect your benefactor, that will not affect your benefactor negatively. Because there's some unions like, okay, well, let's just overthrow this man. It does. Why? What has he done to me? He's paying me. He's taking good care of me. Why do I want to form a union against the man? So yeah, what's in there for? They sack all of them. They go sit down.
All right, Dick, do you agree with what Miles just said?
Not entirely. I understand his sentiment, but we need to be very pragmatic about the things that we say. Let's break it down properly so that we understand the details of what is going on. First and foremost, as an employee in Nigeria, the labor laws allow every employee to join the labor union.
Allows.
Yes.
Not enforce.
So
allows.
It's a right.
Yes.
It's actually a right.
You can choose to.
It's a right of an employee to join labor union in Nigeria. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's a right.
Whether it's a government business or a
not.
private business, you have the right to join labor union as an employee in Nigeria. That's one. Number two, we are our own problem in this country.
Why did you say that?
And I'll say that because, you see, Dangote respectfully has been a man of honor. He has been a man of integrity.
And a businessman.
You see, the truth is this. I don't know Dangote personally. I think I saw him once at an event, and that has been it. But the truth is, there are a number of information that has come to the public light because he came out to speak. If he did not come out to speak, we will not know anything that has to do with most of the things that is going on in this country.
Yeah.
As a layman that does not know anything, if I'm going to look at this critically, or if we will look at it together, you will realize, without taking sides, you will realize that it's okay to speak the way you have spoken over the fact that, how can they do this and sack everybody? No, you can't sack everybody. And I'll tell you why. It must have been a very serious decision for them to have allowed that much people to leave. But I can assure you, beyond every reasonable doubt, that the HR would also have a document that, okay, we have sacked you, come back. These and these and these are the details, agreements that we are going to sign if you want to come back. Now, those agreements are put in place to protect the business. And the reason why you must understand this is what you have said.
Dex,
you said that this person
your business, your business is threatened by people who you employ.
You didn't allow me
at
finish.
some point.
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, let's hear
Miles,
him,
let
and
me
then Miles, you
finish.
give us your point on this.
Let me finish. What I'm saying in essence is this, right? He put those agreements in place so that he can protect his investment.
His own interest, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
As it should be.
But the question,
yes,
the question
but you must also understand that there are layers to this. There are stratas.
Do you think
when it comes to this decision
that
right?
was made, do you think it was overboard? Do you think it was something really?
You see, Dangote is a
unhumane?
human being with blood running through his vein. Dangote can be upset when certain things are not going his way. Don't forget that this man spent $20 billion to build a refinery. Dangote is the first Nigerian man to export refined fuel into the United States of America. First man, first person. Even we Nigerians, Nigeria as a whole,
country,
we did not export fuel. We export, of course, we export crude oil, but we never exported. So what I would expect that Nigeria should do is we should rally around this person, support him to be able to help us. You see, I don't like to talk about government because the truth is, government is trying. They are doing things. And one of the things I always say is that I think that the media and publicity department of government need to work harder to showcase the things that government is doing. See, my brother, our president is not a magician. That's the truth. Nobody in this country that is the best man can fix all the problems of Nigeria in one tenure. But we can be doing it small. Yes, I'm not saying that our president is a saint or is the best. I'm saying that they are working. but they can't do everything at the same time. All right, but one thing you must also put in place is that we as Nigerians have a responsibility to also help government. What do we need to do? We need to to support a businessman that is putting things in place.
So at this point, we're running out of time, and I'm just going to ask just like quick questions so that we can round this up. And I want a yes or no from you. Do you think?
No, Miles wanted to say something.
I don't say anything again. You be on campaign finish. You campaign up and down. We don't go vote for you.
You know, because of that, I'm going to go to Miles.
What's going on?
Do you think the decision made by Dangote refineries, we don't know if it's Dangote himself that pulled the axe, but do you think the decision made to sack 90% of his staffs, do you think it was a justifiable decision?
I don't know if it was justifiable, but if I feel threatened, or if I feel my business is going down the drain, or some people are threatening my business, I will fire you. You can go.
All right, thank you. Dek, your thoughts on that?
First and foremost, are we sure that this thing actually happened?
That's what is coming out from all news sources. So,
because I don't know if it's verified news. So if it happened, but if it did happen,
exactly,
I would expect that certain things have been put in motion to mitigate any of the issues that will come afterwards.
So you still feel it's the right thing to?
Well, the truth is this: it's a very delicate issue, because if they fired some people who were trying to sabotage the business, we will understand. But 90% is like almost all the staff.
Because the union was involved, at least allegedly involved in what triggered the decision. But I mean, we can go on and on. Hopefully, we'll bring further updates down the line when we have it. But I want to say a big thank you to the both of you. Thank you, Miles, the eighth wonder of the world. You are not an hater. I'm just
you can call me a hater.
No vex.
Call me a hater.
And of course,
are we going to? I thought we still have time.
We don't have time, sir.
Sorry.
Time has finished. We wanted to talk about the Lekki floods, but
Lekki people, how y'all doing? How's it going over there?
Well, you know the funny thing I wanted to say about the Lekki stuff is that, you see, the truth is, it all still goes back to one thing,
which is
we are the ones doing ourselves.